Cardinals, Steelers, the finale. Winner wins it all for the Super Bowl tournament. We got the Super Bowl 43 Cardinals taking on the Super Bowl 10 Steelers.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cards and the Steelers coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers, the AFC champion, taking on the chance from the other side, the NFC, the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, these Steelers, one of the most successful franchises of the Super Bowl era. They're searching for their 7th title.
And their last one, Super Bowl 43 over the Cardinals in dramatic fashion. And you know they'd like to win this one to honor the great Franco Harris, who we lost back in 2022.
But meanwhile, for the Cardinals, this is an organization that's made it to the big game just once before. They lost to the Steelers in Super Bowl 43, but this team committed to bringing that first ever Super Bowl title to the state of Arizona.
And along the way, they've retooled a number of times. Coaching staff, front office, roster turnover. Finally, they got it right, and they got back to the big game.
Years of Super Bowls have led us here. More history to be written tonight as we get underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 1. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Connor going to get it again on second down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Here's Warner. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
It'll be Warner on first down. A short one here, caught by McBride. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Goes right back to McBride. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, Warner. A short one here, caught by McBride. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 0-0 our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. Again, he'll drop to throw. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. James Conner, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have struck quickly here in the opening minute of this Super Bowl.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the 2nd quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd and 7. They'll run with Harris out of the shotgun. Shoves him aside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 on a first down. Good push up front in that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end Fryermuth over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Ben to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Well, the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
"30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. To throw, Warner. Screen pass to Connor. He's got room past the 30, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Warner. Able to get this one to McBride. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here is 3rd down and 4. Warner shoves him away. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now a first down throw. Warner to Connor on the check down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Boy, Brandon, a missed opportunity there at the end of this first half. You'd love to give your guys a lead going into the break, but this effort doesn't find the mark, and that's going to keep things all square.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf as time expires in the first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead on the final play of the first half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Now Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. That is caught. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. A short pass pulled in by Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Roethlisberger's throw into the hands of Swan. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This is 2nd and 8. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Here's Roethlisberger. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Roethlisberger. It's caught. It's blown. Touchdown Steelers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. It'll be Warner on first down. It's complete to Fitzgerald. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Warner. Then he finds Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards for number 11.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Now this throw caught left side, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
On 1st and 10, Warner. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now Warner. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now 1st and goal. Warner to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to sit.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he is going to lose yardage here. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw again. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration, because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Pushing his way through. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Steelers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this fourth quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:13 to play. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. To throw, Warner. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Looking to throw. Warner completes it to Fitzgerald. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. That is incomplete.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll run for it with Connor. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw him off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept... Now, Warner's hit, and he loses it. Fortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Warner. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
Flush to his right, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Steelers are the Super Bowl tournament champions. Steelers get the dub. Steelers are the champions. Congrats, Steelers fans. We're going to get up on out of here because it's Super Bowl 60 time now.